Hey, I'm Dave Cleveland, and thanks so much for joining us today. I have a new website, davecleveland.com, and on that website is a complete lesson program for playing guitar. And what I've done is I've tried to take my experience playing in the studio for the last 28 years and teach you things that I think are very real life, and like things you really need to know that you can use to supplement your normal, lesson program, or your whatever you do, learning stuff on YouTube. I feel like I'm going to offer you some things that will help fill in all the gaps to your music and give you some really cool creativity. And also, you'll learn how to read music, and you'll learn chords. You'll learn how to use your ear so that you can hear things on a recording and pick them out. And you'll be able to find the key they're in and be able to learn the guitar parts on your own. So the cool thing about these lessons is at the very end of the lesson, we do a lick and a jam, okay? And to me, it's the funnest part of the whole thing because I get to play like I'm your background musician, and I'm going to teach you a simple lick that goes with the rhythm part. So anyway, that's what we do here at davecleveland.com. And it's a lot of fun, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to go to davecleveland.com and hit the subscription button, and that will give you access to all the material and all the licks and jams. I mean, you're going to hear a lick and jam today, but in the lesson program, there's going to be a new one every week. So you'll always have this endless resource of material that you can pull up at any time and jam along with, and practice your skills, see how you've progressed as you do this program. So anyway, glad to have you here, and let's get started with this first lick. And this is kind of a cool vibe. It's kind of like a Americana rock thing. Let me just play the rhythm for you, and then I'll teach you the lick. So here's the rhythm part. So it's a D2, A minor 7, C, and then G. Okay, so that's the basic chord progression that we'll be jamming to. But I just don't want to leave you stranded with just that. I want to give you something that you can always go to as kind of a melody for the song. And so let me teach that to you. So it's going to be, you're going to use your third finger on the second on the second string on the 7th fret. So it's going to be like this. Okay, there's your first note. And what I want you to do is to slide into that. That's an F sharp, and that's on the 7th fret, 2nd string. Okay, that's the very first part of the lick, so make sure you can do that. We're going to slide from the 5th to the 7th. Now we're going to slide back with the 3rd finger to the 5th fret, stay on the 2nd string. So here's the whole lick up to this point. Okay, so it's simply sliding from E to F sharp. Okay, and then the next note will be the D note. So here's the whole thing. Okay, so we're going to go 3, slide to the 7th fret, back to the 5th fret, and then we're going to use the first finger on the 3rd fret, still on the 2nd string. So I like to break these down so that there's no question when you get this, you'll know how to play it. So that's why I take a lot of time to teach it to you, and I want you to take a lot of time slowly to make sure that you are playing it correctly. And then when the music starts, whatever the tempo is, it won't matter because you'll have it so memorized, and your muscles will know exactly what to do. So just a little side note, that's why I like to take time to break these down for you. So let's go through it. Here we go, sliding up to the 7th fret. Okay, now the 4th note in the lick is this. We're going to slide the G, the 3rd finger all the way up to the G note, which is on the 8th fret. So here is the lick one more time from the top, nice and slow. Okay, and the next note is going to be onto the 7th fret, but we're going to use our 2nd finger this time. So here it is. And that's the timing of it too. I'll play it real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. One more time. 3, 4, 1. Okay, and then here's the next note. It's going to be on the 5th fret, 2nd string. Okay, one more time, nice and slow. 3, 4, 1. Okay, now the next part of the lick, I tell you what, let's take it one more time. That's the whole first half of the lick. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, here's the second half. Slide back up to the 8th fret and then to the 7th fret, just like we did before. Here's the first half of the second half. 2, 3, 4. And then back to that E note, which is on the 5th fret, 1st finger. So second half. And then we're going to slide the 1st finger down to the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Notice we're pretty much all on the 2nd string for this lick. So here's the second half again. Okay, and then the last part of the lick, we're going to stay on in this position on the 3rd fret, and we're going to do the 2nd finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Okay, so that's the next note in this whole lick. Let's do the second half again. 3, 4, 1. Then the next note is on the 5th fret, 3rd string, right there with your 3rd finger. Second half of the lick. And then the next note will be a high G, which will be with your 1st finger on the 3rd fret, first string. So it's okay, second half of the lick. And then you go right back down to the 3rd finger on the 5th fret, 3rd string, and then you resolve to the 4th fret on the 3rd string, 2nd finger. So here's the whole lick, second half. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now let's do the whole lick, and please take your time, fast forward, rewind, pause, whatever you need to do. Learn it, get it under your fingers. So here's the whole lick. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, great job. Take your time, really nail it, okay? It's so important that you practice slowly, and also once you get the lick, practice with a metronome. Once you feel comfortable with that, then I've got this cool backing track that you're going to use, and I'm going to jam along with you, and we're actually going to have this available where it will loop for like 10 minutes. So not only can you use the lick that I've shown you, but then you can also add your own ideas and your own licks and be creative with it. So that's why I like to sit here and just jam along and let you have that creative moment, okay? So here we go, and we'll do this, we'll call it Jangle Rock. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, excellent. I hope you had fun. And remember to check out davecleveland.com and come see all the lessons and all the great stuff we have there. We're going to actually be doing gear reviews and all kinds of cool stuff. Probably have some guests come and do some interviews. So it's going to be a great place to learn about music and become a better guitar player. So we'll see you soon.